Hey guys, it's Jennie Wolek with Wolek Real Estate Group here in Tulsa, Oklahoma, Keller Williams Realty Advantage. Today I am so excited to introduce you to my friend Matt Hermes from Atlanta, Georgia, and he is going to share some of his agent success secrets and in particular on farming. So, hi Matt.
Hey Jenny, how are you?
I
Good to
am
see you again.
Good to see you. I am super excited to talk with you today. So tell everyone real quick, where are you from and how long you've been in business, how they
Sure.
can get in touch with you.
So I actually am in the Atlanta market. We're in Northeast Atlanta. We cover most of the Atlanta market, but Atlanta being a big city, and there's lots of different areas. We don't cover everything, but if somebody had a referral to Atlanta, get in touch with me first. If we can't service it, I'm going to turn them on to someone that I know is going to take very good care of them and knows the certain areas. Much like Tulsa, I'm sure that you guys have different pockets of areas that you know and then some that you don't really concentrate on. And it's the same thing here. But anyone that wants to reach out to me, they can do that. My office line is 678-775-2787. And email, the best one is matt@matthermes.com.
Awesome.
So, then you asked how long I've been in the business. Been in the business going on my 16th year. We will close right about 45, 46 million this year, close to 170 units. A little bit down from where we wanted to be, but we just added a couple agents to our team over the last week, really since we got back from Chicago. And excited about getting ready to get 2018 off and running.
Well, that's awesome. Something you mentioned Chicago, we were on a mastermind panel there together, and I loved getting to know you better and hearing some of your stories. And that's why I thought this would be a great topic for you to share with all these agents is farming. How did you get into and why did you choose this to be one of the areas that you focused on in your business?
Well, it's a great question. Back in being in the business for 16 years now, I kind of reset things that, you know a little bit about back in 2009, but I've lived in the same community since 2003. So I'm going on, 15 years in the same community. It's what we call our farm. It's a 2,200 home subdivision. I've actually lived in four houses. And, it's kind of, my wife says it's one of the downfalls of being wife of a real estate agent is you find these great houses and then you want to move all the time.
Yeah.
So we did that a couple of times out of choice. We did it one time out of necessity. You and I talked, and I'm kind of an open book. What I found is after a while, the bank wants you to pay for stuff. We couldn't pay for it. So we had to do a short sale on one of our homes. So we turned around and rented in the subdivision and then bought again. So what I did is really in 2010, 2011, I made a concerted effort and kind of changed the way that I was doing my business and said, if I'm going to live and play with a subdivision called Hamilton Mill, if I'm going to live and play here, I want to make sure that I'm working here and I'm dominating as much as I can in that farm. So we've done a lot of cool things. We've done some things that have worked. We've done some things that haven't worked. And all of it, goes towards, in the end, kind of having a good track record there. So the last 5 years, we've sold more homes than anybody in that neighborhood. We should continue that into 2017. And, it's one of those where when I teach farming classes, I tell people if they want to get into a farm and they want to start farming a neighborhood, by all means do it, but just make sure that if there's a quote big dog in the room,
right,
that you don't piss him or her off, because if you do, the tendency is for them to either do one of two things. They're either going to fold or they're going to up their marketing game, and it's going to be really hard to break into. So I guess that would be my first thing just to talk about is when you're looking at a farm, and, I would say it's minimum of 400, 500 homes, and it doesn't need to be a subdivision. It can be an area. Find out who the dominant agent is, what their market share, what type of advertising marketing they're doing, and then base that decision of whether or not you are ready, willing, and able, both from a time and financial position, to be able and get some market share.
Wow. Okay. So
that was a rambling question answer, wasn't it?
No, it was perfect. And so you have decided you haven't, well, in your case, you knew that you wanted to be in that neighborhood. You made the decision, you researched the market. So what did you do first? How did you set forth a strategy of marketing, whether it was time or money?
Well, I think when I first got started, I didn't have any money, so it was time, and that was always doing what we could, and we still to this day do it. But it's always making sure that we're giving back to the community without looking for anything in return.
Yeah.
One of the best things that we did early on was helping people with their tax assessments, the values that came in. Mm-hmm. We would offer to do a free assessment for those homeowners. And really what that wasn't an assessment, but we would send them comparable home sales from the past year, provide them with comparables so they could then go to the county and try to get their taxes appealed. Right. What that did for us, it got us names, addresses, phone numbers, email addresses, everything about their house. So we were able to help compile a list of people that we were able to talk to. From there, we participated in, all of the holiday stuff and the bazaars in the fall and the spring festival. And it was always, we're there giving away something, giving away information, giving away, little things that we could afford until we were able to market better. Today we're doing newspapers to that farm. There's a lot of things that we continue to do.
Right. Well, something you mentioned, I know that social media and the internet are a part of your marketing as well to them. Yeah. So touch on that topic real quick.
Sure. So, and that's a great point. One of the things that we did do very early on, but anybody can do it now, is we went and developed the Hamilton Mill subdivision Facebook page. Now, there's probably 4 or 5 other Hamilton Mill type subdivision pages, but we've built that, and we're always driving people to that with information about what's going on in the neighborhood, things to do. Probably 1 of every 6 or 7 posts is real estate related, a listing of ours, the market conditions. So it's real estate, but it's not. We're very purposeful that, we're not throwing up on people all of our real estate knowledge. It's more of a sharing. And then what I did do is I was able to buy, it was expensive, but I was able to buy the domain hamiltonmill.com. So if you can grab a Facebook page, a Pinterest page, Instagram, whatever it is, and then secure domains. I think securing domains is vitally important.
So when you have this farm neighborhood, are you applying systematic touches like you do your database? Do they get the same amount of touches or a little different?
Yeah, well, we'll send out a minimum of 1 postcard a month to the entire farm. Anything that we put on the market for sale or that we've sold, we'll send out whenever that transaction happens. We'll send out 150 to 200 postcards to the closest people to receive them. We've got a team, an ISA team, that does circle prospecting around the listings and the sold homes. So yeah, we're purposeful there. We're always doing other things within the community as well for those touches. Can I show you 2 things?
Sure, go.
Okay. So I don't know how this will turn out, but this is something that we did a while ago. Can you see that?
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Just a garage sale sign that we provide to the community that they can come and they can get those from us, or we'll deliver them for them for their garage sale. Yeah.
Your name's on there.
I know my name's on there.
That's better than stealing our other signs and covering them up, right? That is a great idea. Right.
Yeah, so speaking of that, so this is an adult site, right? Not like that adult site.
Yeah.
But my signs have been changed from Hermes to Spermies, Herpes, you name it. Been there, done that. So yeah, they just come, they pick them up, but even better yet, we drop them off for people to use, and then we ask for them to be brought back to us. most of the time they don't, but they cost us $3-4, and they're on stands. And then the next one that we did was this one.
That is great. So how would they know that you had those available for the borrowing?
We'll put them out on social media, on the Facebook page, on my personal page, on our team's business page. And, they can come. And what we like to do is be able to drop them off. Again, they'll come to us, say, hey, I'd like to get a, slow down sign. That's great. Can you get me your name, address, phone number so we can arrange this? And then we'll go and personally drop them off. So it's cool just, driving down the road, you see those signs, that people are at least using them, and it's something that nobody else is doing. So those are two cool things that we do that are a little different.
Well, I'm going to quiz you here. How much do you think of your business and your production this year, 2017, has come from your farm?
I can tell you that. It was a little less this year, but it was 53 closings came out of the, yeah.
So
about a third.
Yeah, that is pretty amazing. And obviously you get a great return on your investment when you
are. Yeah.
Well, Matt, thank you so much. Would you have any final words of encouragement to those who have kicked around the idea and just maybe need a little push to make it happen?
Yes. Number one is, well, you said one thing and then I said number one. So what I would make sure that you do is if you decide to farm a subdivision or a neighborhood, make sure that you're there for the long term. It's not going to be 2, 3, 4 months, 6 months, 8 months. It's dedicated time of 12 to 18 months minimum before you really start to see stuff. And what I've always talked to people about, and they always come to me, I've done 6 months, I've done 9 months. I'm like, you missed it by a month. You got to do it a year minimum to be able to see some really good results. So just stick with it. Whatever you're doing, stick with it. Don't quit, because the day you quit, the next day somebody was going to contact you.
So you've got to be fully committed, and you got to come from contribution is what I hear.
Yeah.
Matt, thank you so much. If anyone needs to reach out to you, you gave your info in the beginning. What's your number again in case someone has an Atlanta area referral for you?
I feel like I'm like really close.
Back up.
678-775-2787.
Well, you are awesome. If you guys need anything from me in Tulsa, Oklahoma, my number is 918-706-9845. Talk to you soon. Bye, Matt.
Bye.